Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. Happy Valentine's and happy Friday. Well, as we reported on Thursday, Governor Kenneth Mapp updated members of the media and the public during a live broadcast about several areas in the government. During the press conference, the governor said he had an 8-hour cabinet meeting recently and there are many steps his administration will be taking to address some of the more pressing issues. News 2's Erica Parsons has more.
Governor Kenneth Mapp has put a hold on the Paulie Joseph project in Frederickstead.
What is so troubling about that project is that, one, the government has entered into a contract for a $20 million project for which there is not a single concept or design.
The Paulie Joseph project is only one of the areas of concern regarding spending that the new administration is looking at. The governor in his press conference raised concerns about a settlement payment Hovensa made to the VI for natural resource damages.
We were shocked, to say the least, to find out that the $3.5 million never hit the treasury of the people of the Virgin Islands. In point of fact, the former Attorney General signed off and allowed the attorneys on this case to simply take 100% control and apply the $3.5 million to their legal bill.
Governor Mapp says that bill was written off without supporting documents. He's directed the Inspector General to do a full audit on that billing. Lieutenant Governor Osbert Potter said the IG revealed findings from a bidding scheme that affected property auctions in 2012 and 13. Potter says these transactions are being halted.
I reviewed those findings, and there were some of these transactions that were very questionable, and from the Inspector General and the Attorney General's perspective, bordering on fraud and criminal activity.
Mapp said there are more than 800 government vehicles in each district, and he has a plan to auction at least half within the next 2 years. The chief executive has directed his commissioners to cut the service for all cell phones, private phone lines, and fax numbers not in service to cut costs.
Each phone line in this territory, in a business sense, cost us $150. And all you got to do is start adding them up, and you will see the amount of money we pay for faxes that aren't being used and for private lines that are sitting on desks that aren't being used.
Some good news for residents. The governor has promised that income tax refunds and workman's comp claims will begin to be paid again once approved by the finance commissioner, so money can be circulating in the economy. Erica Parsons, News 2.
Governor Mapp also said he plans to replace the entire government employees' retirement board. He said they've cost the retirement system millions in questionable investments, while some retirees are still waiting for pension checks. Senator Gene Ford said he's happy to hear that workmen's comp claims will be soon paid. The governor made that announcement Thursday during his press conference. At the same time, the cabinet appointees were being grilled during Senate confirmation hearings. Senator Ford said he closely questioned the Finance Commissioner nominee regarding the status of the Work Comp Fund. Ford advocated on behalf of many claimants who haven't been paid since last September. He was pleased to hear Acting Commissioner Valdemar Collins said that those injured workers will begin to receive payments within 10 to 15 days. Well, as we reported on Thursday, Executive Director of the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority, Hugo Hodge Jr., on Thursday outlined a detailed traffic plan for a Saturday to Monday morning operation in Sub-Base St. Thomas that will see the arrival and transport of the first 2 mega tanks. Hodge says many agencies were involved to ensure that Sunday and subsequent movements go smoothly.
People can go to www.viwapa.vi and see the traffic plan. It'll give you an indication of what roads will be closed, where the unit will be moving from, and that way you can know exactly what you can avoid on Sunday and any other subsequent day that we're moving the tanks through this town. What we have now is the first shipment. Again, it's the first of several that will transport these mega tanks. They're called bullets in some sectors in the industry, and they will be moving towards our movement from 100% dependency on fuel oil. We've already moved from 100% on fuel oil to about 92 right now, given the solar we have on the system. But this will change all the oil that's remaining to propane as we continue to put renewables on our grid.
To keep you updated. On Thursday, turning our attention to crime reports, on Thursday, February 12, 53-year-old Lloyd Wilkinson was arrested and charged with first-degree rape and first-degree assault in connection with the rape that occurred in Frenchtown on the morning of February 11th, after being positively identified by the victim as being the man who raped her. According to the victim, she'd been walking in Frenchtown at roughly 5:40 a.m. when she was approached by a black male who asked to borrow a lighter. The victim complied. The suspect returned the lighter and then forcibly grabbed the victim and dragged her into the nearby bushes and raped her. Former Judge Soraya Diasi-Kofelt is speaking out about the rash of recent murders plaguing the territory. In a statement issued Wednesday, Kofelt said there is no doubt that we are seeing the repercussions of the growing influence of gangs. She said as both a judge and attorney, she has seen the negative effects that gang-related activities have had on the VI's young men as well as the community. Kofelt said the community is calling for action and the legislature has yet to adopt any anti-gang legislation despite numerous attempts over the years. She also said it's critical that the government works together to address this rising problem. Crimestoppers USVI is a partnership with you, the community, and the media, and of course all the law enforcement agencies throughout the territory. This week, the U.S. Marshal Service has asked Crimestoppers to feature the following in an effort to find a fugitive believed to be on St. Croix. Remember, if you know something, say something. Jawad Chowdhury, a 19-year-old black male who goes by the street name Bala, is wanted on first-degree murder charges stemming from an incident in the state of Virginia on November 2nd, 2014. Mr. Chowdhury allegedly shot a young female at a hotel in Richmond and is believed to be on St. Croix at this time. Chowdhury is 6 feet tall and weighs 160 pounds. You can find a picture of Chawa on the website as well at www.crimestoppersusvi.org. If you have seen him or know of his whereabouts, please let Crime Stoppers know. Remember that it is a crime to harbor a fugitive, and if your information leads to his capture, you will receive a cash reward and remain anonymous. Are you tired of the rampant violence and senseless killings in the U.S. Virgin Islands? Well, One Voice Virgin Islands would like you to join them on Thursday, February 19th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Paradise Covenant Ministry, which is located in Vitraco Mall next to the laundromat. They will be discussing solutions to the rising epidemic. They say please be sure to mark it on your calendar, spread the word, and invite someone to come with you. Again, that's Thursday, February 19th, 2015, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Paradise Covenant Ministry. Well, preparations are almost complete for the 44th Annual Agricultural Foods, Arts and Crafts Fair set to begin on Saturday. The three-day event draws hundreds from around the Caribbean and abroad. And this year, the focus is on healthy eating.
We look forward to this wonderful event of family fun and showcasing what our farmers can produce, what our arts and craft vendors, and of course our cultural activity. This year our theme is agriculture, the heart of it all. And I think it's so fitting that since we're going into a campaign of us eating healthy and looking at eating local, fresh fruits and vegetables, support our farmers, and I'm so happy that we selected that team.
We know that some people eat homegrown food, but we want to increase that number. The fair gives our community an opportunity to experience what that's like, and so I encourage you as you come to the fair this year to please experience our local farmers, have a conversation with them, because they ultimately are going to begin to prepare the foods that you're going to eat. And sometime before my time is done, when people sit to food once or twice a week, at least 80% of it is going to be grown in the Virgin Islands.
Should be a whole lot of fun. Well, we would like to congratulate some students. The school district's 2015 Spelling Bee was held earlier today at the BCB school. Congrats to the top spellers. First place, Ernette Christopher, Joseph Gomez Elementary School. Second place, Anushka Chandrami at VI Montessori School and International Academy. Third place, Mackay Hughes from Moravian School. And fourth place, Rachel Nelson from BCB Middle School. Fifth place was Naeem Modeste of Gift Hill School. And sixth place, Tashai Israel of Adelita Cancran Junior High. Now, they received trophies and prizes, and they will be traveling to St. Croix on Friday, March 13, 2015, to compete for the Territorial Spelling Bee Championship, along with St. Croix's 6 top spellers. Turn our attention overseas. President Obama was in Silicon Valley this morning for a White House summit on cybersecurity and consumer protection at Stanford University. Dozens of CEOs, including Apple's Tim Cook, law enforcement officials, and privacy experts, they talked about how the government and the private sector can work together to prevent cyber attacks. As part of the effort, the president will answer an executive order aimed at improving information sharing between businesses and federal law enforcement. It will create private sector hubs where data can be exchanged easily. The Department of Homeland Security will oversee that exchange. The framework includes strong privacy protections. Keeping our eye on the economy, Valentine's Day could cost you more this year if you're planning to give your loved ones chocolate. Analysts say a growing appetite for dark chocolate and rising demand in Asia are driving up the cocoa prices. Stocks closed higher yesterday despite an increase in jobless claims and news that consumer spending was mostly flat in January. Here's the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. The Dow, NASDAQ, S&P all up. The Dow 46, NASDAQ 36, S&P 8. Coming up on News 2, love, love, and more love. Every February 14th, candy, flowers, and gifts are exchanged between loved ones, all in the name of St. Valentine. An estimated 1 billion Valentine's Day cards are sent each year, making Valentine's Day the second largest card-sending holiday of the year. We'll share a little love history up next. Well, every February 14th, candy, flowers, and gifts are exchanged between loved ones, all in the name of St. Valentine. But who is this mysterious saint? Well, there are many legends. The best known began in Rome when the Emperor Claudius II was involved in many bloody and unpopular campaigns. Claudius the Cruel, as he was called, was having a difficult time getting soldiers to join his military leagues. He believed that the reason was that Roman men did not want to leave their loves or families, so he canceled all marriages and engagements in Rome. The good Saint Valentine, who was a priest in Rome in the year 269 AD, together with his friend Saint Marius, defied Claudius and continued to perform marriages for young lovers in secret. When Valentine's actions were discovered, he was sentenced to be beaten to death with clubs and to have his head cut off. But while in prison, it is believed that Valentine fell in love with a young girl who may have been his jailer's daughter, who visited him during his confinement. Before his death on the 14th day of February, it is alleged that he wrote her a letter which he signed, "From your Valentine," in 496 AD. Pope Gelasius set aside February 14th to honor St. Valentine. Well, dozens of couples will be heading over to Love City Trunk Bay for the annual celebration of love vow renewal ceremony on Valentine's Day, February 14th at 5 p.m. Couples are invited to celebrate by renewing their marriage vows. All are welcome. No pre-registration. Just show up February 14th, 5 p.m., Trunk Bay Beach, St. John, VI. Also, the VI Love Fest is on tap, and that's featuring the official saxophonists of Beres Hammond and Taurus Riley, Dean Fraser, celebrity comedian and host Mike Yard, and much, much more. That's on Saturday. There's also a dinner and VIP seating available. It's events for couples and for singles. It's at the Mark Marin Center at 6 p.m. Now, Downtown Revitalization Inc. members say to come on down to Main Street this weekend. The first Downtown St. Thomas Entertainment Events Initiative has commenced just in time for Valentine's Day. From today through Sunday, February 15th, this three-day event is the first of several initiatives designed to ignite and restore vitality and viability to the downtown commercial district. A Valentine's Day weekend celebration of wonderful specials, shopping, dining, and musical entertainment is in store. Well, hundreds of people are out enjoying the annual Crucian Valentine's Eve Jump Up held in Christiansted, presented by the Restaurant and Retail Association. As the case in every Jump Up, there's plenty of entertainment, food, and music from local bands and special deals. This Jump Up is timely because it's giving some shoppers an opportunity to do some last-minute gift hunting for that special someone for Valentine's Day, and a love booth to take a memorable photo will be set up. Well, what are the 5 points of a healthy relationship? A local VI author says while he is not an authoritative scholar on the subject, a journal he wants to share with you mixes life experiences and spiritual guidance to create an enriching and enlightening experience. It's called 5 Points of a Healthy Relationship. He's also the author of my anthology of poetry and songs. You can find them on Amazon and other bookstores.
I list the 5 points on spiritual, intellectual, social, physical, and sexual. We know we need communication, but also we need to understand. And listening is very important because we have to listen to understand. My hope is to have people that are in relationships, whether married or just a couple or family, to be able to grasp upon things that will be helpful to the relationship, that will enhance the relationship, and will make a better relationship for them.
Now, if you are single, don't feel left out. Singles, engaged, and married couples are invited to a 3-day conference that will focus on the issues singles and engaged couples go through. It started this evening, and it's being held at Impacting Your World Christian Ministries, which is at 173 Altona, across from the Western Cemetery. It began this evening for singles at the church at 7:30 p.m., and you can head over there. You still got a little time. And then Saturday, February 14th, a workshop for married couples. That's from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then Sunday, February 15th, renewing of the vows for all married couples during service, and a reception follows. Now, don't forget to join the world stage in a global initiative to raise awareness on violence against women. The Family Resource Center on St. Thomas is participating in 1 Billion Rising. In its 3rd year, a group has been rehearsing and cooking up something special on Saturday at Emancipation Garden during a V-Day celebration. Men and women in more than 200 countries will come together in 1 Billion Rising. The Family Resource Center says, we rise for fair rulings from our justice system. We rise against innocence taken and innocence lost. The performance will start at noon at Emancipation Garden. It's Valentine's, and our featured pet of the week is ready to share some love and affection. Humane Society volunteer Benjamin Coverdale came in to tell us about Cinnamon and how she'd love to be your furry friend. Remember, if you're interested in our featured pet or any other shelter animals from the Humane Society, you can call them at 775-0599.
This is Cinnamon, our pet of the week. She is a terrier mix, and she is 1 year old, and she is ready to be adopted. She is fun, loving, and energetic, and she loves chew sticks. Won't you come down to the Humane Society to come meet her?
She is a cutie. Thanks for that, Benjamin. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.